All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you everybody for attending. So this one's going to be, we're going to go into setting up a website. I'm going to do it two ways just so you guys can see how you can manually input stuff. So I'm going to start with the manual input because it's a little bit more tedious. Because what we want to do is basically just go in and kind of show you guys how, like I was mentioning previous times before, how you guys can market some of these agents out there without, you know, having a lot of their information but still being able to offer them these cool tools and maybe have them start working with you guys. So when you log into your Surefire, so today we're going to be doing single property website, the single property sites. When you log into your website, your Surefire top of mind, it's always going to bring you here to the dashboard. So we're going to always go into, for your single property sites, you're going to marketing. And then you're going to scroll down on under the marketing tab, and it's going to be here, single property sites. And it'll always open up a separate tab for that. So if you do guys have pop-up blockers or anything like that, make sure you guys do have this set up to where it's not doing a pop-up blocker so that you guys can pop it open. Once we go from here, I'm going to do one, like I said, manual. We're going to go here to add new listing. Again, if you do have the MLS, you can put that in here, but I want to go ahead and do it today as a manual entry so I can kind of show you guys how you can maneuver stuff. So I do have an address here of a listing in Figueroa Street. So I'm going to just go ahead and copy the information. And of course, you know, everything's pretty self-explanatory. But, you know, I'm going to just go through it like if we're adding a whole new one here. And I know this one. So, of course, you do have to choose your county, your street address. Here is where you're going to be inputting the information that you may or may not have, but, you know, you can definitely find, right? If we Google an address and it's on the MLS, even if it's not, a lot of the times it's going to pop up the last time it sold, the information, you'll still be able to find certain things from it, right? So we're going to go ahead and click here on this Redfin, and I'm going to open it in a separate page. And we see here that it is on the MLS. How you can tell is you're going to see the source here, the MLS number, and it'll give you who the listing agent is. You are going to see, of course, when it comes to Redfin or Zillow, a partner, right? But we don't want to give it to the partner. We want to make sure we're looking for the listing agent if we're doing this page for them. So in this case, we have it's units. As we can see, we don't have a lot of pictures, but I did get pictures from another source for a different website because I do want to show you how it would look at like when you guys move it around. So we know it's listed at 719, but let's say we didn't know that yet, and we're trying to, you know, get their information. What I normally do, because all of this, keep in mind, it is going to be what is going to be their payment. So you want to kind of, you know, put that information. So what I would do is I would basically multiply that by our county rate. Okay, doesn't want to, 99999. It has no HOA, so we're going to put 0. If you can't find the year built, you can go to property profile, but sometimes it's on here as well. So you can, you know, scroll through these websites and look for that information if it's possible. Most of the time it is on here. If not, I'm just going to go ahead and skip it and make up a year, but for now. But this is good for, like, there's buyers that are interested in that. So we know that it's a 4-bedroom because on the website it shows 4 bedrooms. So most likely it's 4 baths. Square footage, again, whenever you Google an address, the majority of the time you're always going to have that information. So even if it's not a listing that is active currently, you're able to see the, you know, some of the, you know, like the square footage here of the house or the units. We don't have an MLS number technically right now, so we're just gonna leave that alone. It is a 1-story, it is 4 units. And again, we can tell by the information on this Google site. It does say 2 to 4, but in this case, I know it is actually it's triplex, I'm sorry. So we'll put 3. So in these cases, it does say single family. It does not give you the unit type, but it has the units here. So you can leave it as a single family here, but it's going to show that it's a 3 unit. So this is either you want it manually updated or automatic. Keep in mind, if you guys do put the MLS number here, place it on automatic. Why? Because every time the MLS is updated, it'll automatically update your single property site. In this case, what I'm trying to show you guys is what if it's not there, right? What if it's not in the MLS, it's an off-market deal, and you have an agent who wants you to, to create a website for them, or you're trying to pick up this agent and, you heard through the grapevine that they have a listing. The short description would be something that is captivating. Great investment triplex in Los Angeles. So again, we can just, create something here. Here, I'm just going to keep it short for right now because we're doing the class. You could be great starter investment triplex for a first-time home buyer. Bring them out to take a look at this gem. It could be longer, of course. A lot of our agents like to put here when they have open houses at the very beginning. Let's say there was an open house. I usually do it here. Sometimes they like to put it here and move that down so that they can go ahead. So you guys can do that. Again, you can copy the same description here or put something else here. So that's a great way to also keep this nice and short, because if it's a long description, it's also going to just look too saturated on the website. So save and continue. So this right here, it's telling you if you have an MLS feed, do you want to automatically look up the photos? At this point, what I'm trying to do is, hey, I don't have an MLS, so I'm just going to put do not. And I'm going to go ahead and add. Now, keep in mind, guys, you guys can add Vimeo or YouTube on here, the URLs. So it's a really cool tool to also be able to have an actual video on those websites. So if we're going to add photos here, we're going to hit browse photos. And again, these are just photos that I downloaded. This is a property on the first 3, the rest are not. I just wanted it to look a little bit different. So I'm going to go ahead and open them up. If it's too large, it's not going to grab it. So keep that in mind, guys. If it is too large, it won't grab it. So you guys want to minimize it, or maybe what I've done is use this tool, this crop tool, because what you do is you just simply click on the picture. You can click on the picture and use the crop tool to basically grab it and crop it, and it actually shrinks the size. So that's a great tool for you guys to use. I know it has a little 1 to 5. You can click it and open it and save it, and then open it and crop it, because once you save it, for some reason, it's always going to save it as a large, like maybe it'll be like 10 gigs or something like that. So you want it to be smaller than that. So that's a good, this is a good tool to have. It's called the snippet tool or snipping tool. You guys can search here in your computer, and then I would definitely recommend you can right click here and pin it to your taskbar, because it's a great tool for you guys to use, especially if you're screenshotting stuff. So as you guys can tell, now I do have, my pictures up here. It didn't allow one of them to come up because it was too large. That's absolutely okay. Let's say I want to put I have a better picture of the kitchen in front. So I want to move this picture as my my first picture to use. So now anything that's here, I know it has a number 4 here. Anytime that it's moved up here, it's going to refresh later. You're going to see that it's automatically going to make that my primary picture. Let's say you want the interior to always be first because the exterior might not be the prettiest. So let's just move that, you know, towards the end. You can move these pictures around, and that's where how your website is going to look. So that, you know, when you're dragging this around, just keep that in mind. These numbers are going to stay the same based on the order of uploaded, but your pictures are going to be used in this order that you move it around here. So I know this is kind of like, it threw me off the first time, but again, you can just move them around. This will later become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you'll see that maneuvering here. So let's say we don't have a video to upload yet, but we do have these pictures. We grab them from the internet or you know, we Googled them, and we're able to again show this to our clients. Let's say you just have, let's say, a front picture of the house. You could just put one for now and later go back and add more. But let's go ahead and save and continue. Now at this point, I'm going to add partners. Let's say I do have a partner. So you can search in my name. Right now, I haven't uploaded any yet on my own, but I do have, let's say, my co-branded client here, right? I do have my realtor here. So I have added my co-branded contact here. So you can click it. And now as you can see, all his information, since I've already added him into my database, all his info is already here. So now I don't have to add him as a co-branded partner. The co-branding partner is already here. I just simply click it and boom, everything comes out. So now I click save to continue. Here is what I was mentioning to you guys last time. I've created these groups. These groups are super awesome for you guys to take a look at. And again, if you guys have any options that you guys want to throw at me and let me know, hey, can you add this group? I'm more than happy to. The groups that I have created, this is for the flyers or also for your website to show these types of programs in comparison. So let's say, for instance, you know that this property is not going to qualify for FHA. So you want to keep it in a conventional group, right? Because you know the property for sure it's not going to be able to go FHA. So you really can't market an FHA buyer here because in reality, it's, you know, it's just not going to happen, right? So there's a conventional group. This group has 5, 10, 15, and 20% down. Let's say you can go conventional. So you want to go ahead and give the options of 5, 20%, because sometimes you have investors that are going to put more money, 5%, 20% conventional, and FHA. This is this group. Let's say it's more of a lower income area and you expect to have more of you know, smaller down payment clients. Now, of course, this is units, so we do know that with units you can't do 5% conventional, but you know, you want to show an option of 5% or FHA group. Here's FHA VA and 5% conventional. Here's conventional at a 15, 20, or 30 year. Here's an FHA and conventional 20, because I've had agents that ask for just those two comparisons. Here's just FHA. Let's just say you just know that this market in this area is mostly just FHA buyers and you just want to market this, you can do that. So these are the ones that I have right now. Again, if you guys, I do have more options to add here. These are blank, but let's just say this is more of I just want to go ahead and add all of these, right? FHA, VA, and 5%. I'm going to click on that group and I'm going to hit save and continue. So now it's letting me know that my default group right now is going to be an FHA VA, and we're going to see it on the website right now. So all this right here, it's basically good to go. So now I just want to go ahead, and sometimes people do want to hide the map location, so you guys can do that. And then we're going to hit save and publish. My website is now created. If you guys notice, it takes you guys less than 10 minutes to create this website. My website is now active, because I've left it in an active status. And now I can go ahead and visit my site. Again, if you guys didn't upload all the pictures and you want to go back and edit information, here's where you would hit this little edit tool and you can add more pictures, edit it. You want to shoot it out in an email to people, you can do that here. Let's say you want to just copy the link and send it directly to your agent this way by the link, you can do that as well. You want to remove the listing, you can do that as well here. And flyers as well here. But let's say we want to look at our site first, right? We want to make sure it looks good. So we're going to view our site and look at how quickly this was done. So this is, remember, our primary picture. This is, why we wanted to focus on it more, because it's a beautiful kitchen, remodeled in-house, in the house. The outside may not look the greatest, so I want to focus on the beautiful inside. This is where I wanted to, this is where I want my focus on, right? This is where I want my first picture. Remember, I put, this is great investment, triplex in Los Angeles. I want them to see, hey, we have an open house, 10 to 3, great starter investment triplex for a first-time home buyer. Bring them out and take a look at this gem. They can see the price. My address is here. Now they're seeing what is it? Okay, it's 4 bedrooms with 4 baths. Like I said, it does have the year built here, so this is why you do want to put that on there. And now you're going to see the gallery of pictures here. Here is where you would also see videos. So it'll have a little play button if they want to take a look at the play button videos here. And like I said, my outside doesn't look like the greatest, so I want to showcase my inside, right? And again, these are not the actual pictures of the property. This is just a little for a sample. So here you'll see that automatically the information of your realtor is going to be at the top. So if let's say they have the link, they're able to take a look at this information immediately. So we're already, showing our agents up here, up on the top. So they're already getting some focus. You're also going to have the gallery of pictures here. You're going to, again, show the location. You can hide this, of course. If you guys saw the option on the others, on the last page, you can hide this location if you want. But let's say they want to see where the nearby schools are. They can click on this and it starts populating it. So now they know that based on this address, these are the schools and the distance from the schools. Let's say they want to know what the recent sales are. Are there a lot of sales going on? A lot of buyers are really curious on, is there a lot of properties being sold in this area? Now you're going to see the sales in that area. They have area details versus rent to own, commute, income, taxes, cost of living. Now they're going to see our agent, all of his information, his logo. Remember, we added that second logo on there. He wants to, showcase his logo as well as his, main company. They can schedule a showing. And now you guys can see here, here's my breakdown. Based on, so these rates, of course, I will update them for you guys, but this will give them the, based on the rates, if they had a VA 0 down, of FHA 3.5 down, it gives them the down payment amount. It lets them know what their loan amount is. It lets them know their principal and interest. You're already in compliance because you have your APR there. Their taxes, because we ended up placing the tax rate, the hazard insurance, mortgage insurance. As you can see, it gives them everything. It gives them an average of about closing costs, because that's what buyers always ask, right? They want to know, well, how much do I need to bring in? So it already gives them a lot more information that, because it answers a lot of questions ahead of time, which is really, really cool. And I love this. Now we can go ahead and, hey, well, what if I want to come in here and put 20% down? Now they can also manipulate this by changing their down payment and taking a look at what their payment would look like, because the option's not up here, right? So now they're like, oh, okay, well, this is a little bit more of what I would, what I'm comfortable with if I put more money down. And now, as the mortgage loan officer, I'm here, and they have an option of scheduling a call to get more financing information. And as we go back up the page, you guys can go ahead and share them here to, to create an image for Instagram. So you can get these options and use this information to also promote it in your Instagram. Or even as the LO, if they want, they're like, oh, wow, I really love this. They can just click this and get that image, and it'll automatically give them, boom, a nice little Instagram image that they can place in their Instagram and promote it. So as you can tell, you guys they have those options here. Twitter, If they want to connect it to Twitter, to go ahead and log in and tweet this. If they want to, you know, go ahead and log into Facebook and promote this, it'll create a link website so they can, you know, promote that. Now, if they want flyers, let's say they want flyers. We click again on this little thumbnail of the flyers. And as you can tell, we have so many amazing flyers here. So let's say I click this one. You can click more, you know, let's say I want to click a little bit, sorry, goes a little faster on me. Let's say I want to give them a little bit more information on the area, the cost of, let's say, schools. A lot of people love knowing about schools. So now I have created a main, you can even, so let's say I have here this, this one here, let's say the schools, a lot of renters want to know about that, and I hit create PDF. So now I'm not just creating one PDF, I'm creating a little pamphlet, or you can say, or you know, 3 different flyers that I can share with my realtor and show them, look how quick and easy it is for you to create flyers. We're opening our flyers here, and boom, I have, you know, these flyers with this information. It's co-branded already. My second flyer here, what about the commute, the, you know, the people, the cost of living, the schools. And, you know, of course, the schools here gives you a lot more information on the schools in the area, because that's something as parents, we always want to know, right? This is really cool. It gives you the students per teacher because it gives you the amount of students enrolled. So this little QR code, if you guys scan it, it takes them right back to the website. So it takes them right back here. So if you have a bar where you're passing out flyers, it takes them right back here. So you'll always end up having that, you know, again, it's in the name, top of mind. So anybody have any questions on the manual input? So let me go ahead and erase this one. And now we're going to manually input it. So we're going to add a new listing. All right. And I'm going to grab the MLS page here. And I'm going to place it here. It's in city. And I'm going to search it. Now, of course, the pictures are going to be different because now I'm actually pulling directly from the MLS. But as you can tell, it literally just pulled all the information for me here. So everything's on here. Now, sometimes some stuff might not translate. You can go in and input it for sure. But it now has inputted most of the information, and it has already their description, their short description, their, you know, it does duplicate it here as well. So we're going to save and continue because now it's pulling it from there. And now, as you can tell, it also pulled the pictures from the MLS. Again, if you guys can tell, I definitely had better pictures only because it wasn't our property. This is a different property. So they, you know, unfortunately, there's some that, you know, the tenants won't let you get in. You can leave this as is, or let's say, you know what, this might be a better picture. So I'm going to move it to the front. So now I've moved it to the front. This is automatically going to update to my primary picture. So once I save and continue, again, we can still do the same thing. Go ahead and click our co-brand. Again, it's still there. We save and continue. I'm just going to use the same one. Or let's just, you know, do the conventional group, save and continue. And then we're going to save and publish. So it took us even less time to actually do it because, again, now this property is on the actual MLS and we can just pull the information from there. So now we're going to visit the site again. And as you can tell, that's why I chose the other picture, because this picture is like not the greatest, isn't it? It didn't actually, but here now you can see that the pictures have pulled up from the MLS, the description and all that good stuff has pulled from the MLS. Your gallery pictures are the same from there. as well as this information. So area details, again, so the website will look exactly the same with the difference that, of course, now I chose a different loan program breakdown. So now if I have a conventional buyer, here's where the program breakdown is. And of course, like I said, I definitely do have to update the interest rates, and I do that on my end to go ahead and have that more accurate for you guys. So again, you know, everything looks exactly the same with the difference that now I directly pulled it from the MLS, and it's given me the information that the agent had on the MLS versus me manually inputting that information. Does anybody have any questions? No questions? Don't be shy. So that was for today, what we had. The next one we're going to do for Surefire will be setting up your campaigns. You know, that way you guys again can start utilizing it as far as setting up campaigns for either your social media, your borrowers, anything like that that you want to set up campaigns for. So I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna send you guys that schedule as soon as I have it. We do have a great set of classes coming up soon. So if you guys have noticed, you guys got a bunch of emails with invites via your Outlook to set up for those classes. If you can attend them, you know, via Zoom, perfect. You guys can also attend in person. But if you guys don't have any more questions, that's just what I wanted to show you guys how to input the websites. Yeah, so that's pretty much it today. Today was a little bit of a shorter class because, again, I just wanted you guys to start utilizing, because this is one of my favorite tools that you guys can utilize. And again, it's a great way to start getting, you know, clients and agents. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Abby. Thank you, everybody, so much for attending again. Again, keep in mind, take a look at the calendar. I am going to be sending it the last week of the month for the following month. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Jesse. So, so that you guys can see what type of classes we do have coming up. And we want to just, again, this is super huge for us to, you know, start utilizing these social media marketing stuff that we have, the CRM, all that good stuff, so that we know, again, it's in the name, so we can stay top of mind. Thank you, everybody, again, for attending. See you guys next time.